Today's episode of This Old Barn. In an undisclosed location, we are in the process of cleaning out an old barn full of vintage BMW parts. We're not sure if old boy died, what happened, but Junior, I've never seen so many vintage BMW parts.
Just a total gold mine. We've got an OEM parts surplus. We've got rare wheels. We've got AC Schnitzer body kits. It's unbelievable, really. Old boy died, and
even brand new parts too, like this Sox BMW shock. What's that worth right there?
cheap money is still available, but I'll tell you what, there's some goodies in here, man.
There's a lot of furniture in here, so you know, sometimes when you clean out an old barn, people just use it as they hoard stuff like these old tires. I'm not sure why, but there's a reason why we're doing this. Well, we kind of got a little issue with the floor over here. The floor is gone, okay? So we are going to fix the glitch with the floor here. We got to replace the floor with a new 2x12 frame and get her fixed up nice. This barn was built in 1880, and yeah, there's glass, and well, we're gonna salvage some of the stuff in here, some of the lumber, but mostly just old junk bicycles and like old heaters and stuff that people are thinking, yeah, I'll fix this someday. Well, bullshit. You ain't never gonna fix it. It's been in here for 30 years, and old boy died, and now it's got to go to the dump. So this is a 2-story barn. I'll show you the outside. It's actually quite cool. It's got a maybe 15-foot cathedral ceiling in here, and this area is just amazing up here. It's really cool. It has this would be a great artist loft or workshop or something like that. And this is all original wood. Well, you can't smell it, but if we had smell-o-vision, it smells like a barn, not like a dirty like cow barn or something like you know, animal feces. It smells. This has that old wood smell in here. That's actually grass seed right there. We should scoop this up and throw it out on the lawn. But yeah, so we're gonna clean. Everything's coming out of here, and we're gonna restore this barn. So welcome to the first episode of This Old Barn. And you thought Kaplan Cycles was just motorcycles. You have little faith. So Kenny, the best scene of the entire video was not filmed. Kenny was walking over here and actually fell into the ditch here with holding a chair. Luckily, he didn't break his ankle. So actually, this is actually the barn behind Junior's house, the Bixby house. You guys always wonder, hey, those people are gonna be pissed off if you're burning out on their lawn. No, it's not their lawn. It's actually my lawn. I own the house, and Junior's been renting the house, or actually not renting it. He's been paying for it. He moved in here when he was 17 years old, the year he graduated high school. And he's been maintaining and paying for the house. In fact, we used his college fund to put the new driveway in and paint the house, but that's another story. So now we're going to use whatever other funds are left of his college fund, I guess, and fix up this barn right here. It's a cool barn. Again, it's an 1880. I don't know what you'd call it from an architectural standpoint, but it looks pretty cool. It's got like these really cool woodwork up at the top here, and one of my lifelong friends and Kenny's martial arts instructor sensei, Kurt Edgecombe, is a painter, so he's going to paint this, and we talked about painting it. It originally matched the house 100 years ago, and we are actually right next door to the mill. This is actually well, you can see there's the roof of our shop right there. So Kenny's commute to work is about less than 100 yards, so if he doesn't show up, we can just go bang on his door. Show you some of the issues that we got. The cupola up top there is a little bit needing a little bit of love. The roof is actually good. They replaced all the shingles on it probably 15, 20 years ago. What happened was this building, this house behind us, we call it the Bixby. The guy who managed the mill, he lived here with his wife, and then when the mill closed in 1954, they actually gifted the house. The mill owner gifted the house to him, and he lived there till he passed away, and then his widow lived there until she passed away, and then it was gifted to the Historic Society. The Historic Society in Vernon has had They weren't bankrupt, but they didn't have any money. So I guess it is bankrupt. But they don't really have many bills other than supporting this house. So they put the house up for sale, and I was high bidder on it. I bought the house. Geez, I don't know. Must be 9 years ago, and it was in a rough state of disrepair. So we restored the house inside and out, and you can see did a bunch of landscaping. No one had done anything here since 1954. So this little forest was totally overgrown, and it was a tent city of homeless people that lived up here. Actually, I had to camp out here for 17 days because like 30-40 people lived out here in the woods, and they kept on coming back. We let them collect their stuff, and we had to working with the police, we had to direct them in other directions, for lack of a better way to put it. But in any event, we cleaned up the property, we cleaned up the house. The barn here is really absolutely worth saving because it's a kind of a little bit of an architectural treasure. If you look at the foundation, guys, they made the foundation out of giant granite blocks, which is the same thing they made the house foundation out of. It's giant granite blocks. No crumbling foundations here, folks. This, like they say, that's a thing in Connecticut. Crumbling foundations, the concrete fails. These are going to be here. There's buildings in Europe built the same way as this, post and beam, that have literally been up for thousands of years. The main thing is fire is its number one enemy, and water. If you can keep the roof dry and the windows intact, and the and don't have any fires in it, these will last centuries. So I've been enjoying restoring these old buildings, knowing that at 57 years old, they're going to be here long after I'm gone. So it's kind of a gift to the community, restoring these buildings. And this one's getting a frame up restoration and repair. The main thing. What's up, Ronnie? Ronnie Brooks here, our Instagram guy. What's going on, my man?
Early out here doing some, some construction type war, some History Channel type stuff.
Yeah, got a little History Channel stuff going on. Got any words for your Instagram followers here?
Hey, look, check it out, folks. Right now we got some good merch out on KennyJunior.com. Y'all know the deal, Ronnie shirts. We got some big.
Yeah, get your shirts. Y'all know the deal. Shirts. Ronnie's got them going on.
Also, yeah, we got the Big War Attic stuff going on. When you get done that, don't worry. Go over to Captain America's page for all your vintage 2-strokes and 4-stroke needs. We got you covered on this rainy day Saturday.
Hey, who made these steps right here?
Hey, I don't know. It's pretty cool though.
Actually, Dave Riley bought these over. Dave Riley has been part of the family for many moons, and he's got a ton of stuff here behind the barn that he's going to be picking up and putting to his storage facility, so we can get this done. We got the trusty Bobcat, the T190, and we got a 30-yard dumpster over there, so everything is going in the dumpster, and we'll salvage whatever we can wood-wise. So anyway, this is our latest project. It's going to be pretty cool when it's done. We'll try to document it as we go along, so we'll call this Old Barn episode 1. Let me show you one of the real problems we got right here. This is a real problem. This is what we call a real roof problem. The roof on this side, on the lean-to, they put shingles on it back when they restored it, but well, they didn't fix the woodwork, and that's got to be ripped down and new plywood put in place. So we're going to put a new roof on this side right here. And if you look closely, you'll see that well, you don't even have to look that closely. Just take a look over here. This big ass tree is leaning over the barn perilously, and it started leaning a little more last year. So Brian Woodford, one of Christie's friends, is a professional tree guy. He's coming today. We're going to take these 5 trees down that are threatening the barn, and we're going to get a power washer up here and wash all the mold off the roof of this thing. Cool construction. It is post and beam. These are wood doors that have been here for 130 years, 140 years, right, guys? So these are no cheap ass Home Depot aluminum doors. These are the real deal. They call these carriage house doors. To have one of these doors built today, I priced it out. You're looking at $5,000 to $8,000 just for one door. They're obscenely expensive because people don't make stuff out of solid wood anymore. It's all cheap ass styrofoam, and they call them 2x4s, but they're really 1.6s by 3. And everything's just cheap ass, less than you bargain for Well, with these old barns, you get more than you bargained for. Super heavy duty, big giant beams. But they need a little love. You got to take care of them. And they'll take care of you for centuries. Check out the floorboards here. Look at the thickness of those floorboards. Those are roughly 2.5 inches thick. Massive planks. So we're going to take those off. We'll plane them down real nice, clean them up, and restain them and reuse them. Everything we can will be reused in here. Typical barn stuff, you know, old bicycles and whatnot. It's all got to go so we can get this barn fixed up. Trusty old Bobcat is this stuff up for sure, rather than doing it by hand. So we did a little pre-sort. We found a massive collection of stuff in here. If you want see any of this stuff and you want it, call Junior at 860-454-7024. Just kidding.
It's a shame.
All this stuff's got to go bye-bye to clean up and fix the barn. Okay, so we're a couple hours in here, and we got most of this stuff cleaned out. So, hey, we're trying to get the windows open. Ronnie, were they boarded up? They were that's what. They were boarded up with this right here. So, and that right there, that was blocking. Hey, is it a lot brighter up there now? It's brighter with the window open, huh?
Hey man, it's like a 20-foot cathedral ceiling up here. It's massive upstairs.
I know, man. I was up there. I already did it.
Drink something.
That's a piss test cup to make sure you're not on drugs on Saturday morning here.
Dale $8 short on that.
So there used to be a chicken coop in here, and this was part of it. And there's a little door that they'd come in on the side. Got a little bit of work to do, a little repair work on the side in here, for sure. But mainly, like 80% of it's in really good condition. They don't make the wood like they used to. This is old growth lumber.
This is like the redneck.
Whoa! Don't be throwing the popcorn out here, man. You're making a fucking mess.
I'm hungry.
What are you doing? Someone's got to pick all them popcorns up.
This is like the redneck version.
Sorry for the F-bombs, but they just created a bunch of work for me.
Hey man, there are massive raccoon shits in the corner. It looks like a human.
Yeah, let me show them those, because there's a story about the raccoon shit.
Come on up. The seed that we had up here was eaten by some super coons, man.
Yeah, they like grass seeds. Good for them. You can see we've got it all cleaned up in here, pretty much. And we got the windows open up so you can actually see. Let some natural light in here. A lot of people take these old barns and turn them into houses. Oh my God. That's a lot of raccoon poop, man. You know, raccoons only poop in one area if they live in a barn. They're actually pretty clean creatures. When we moved in the mill, there was some poop piles that were literally like 16 inches high. I thought it was done by humans till somebody told me what it was, you know? That's all your grass. See, it's a pretty cool room, huh? Look at this.
Yeah, look at that.
This is some nice space here.
Yeah, serious, man.
Big beams. Hey, check out the cupola. That's actually to let air out and keep hay dry for the horses, because this used to be a horse barn. That's what the cupola is for. Provide circulation for the hot air. Hey, throw that right on the dead spots on the lawn. It'll grow.
For sure. Yeah.
Like most barns, it's accumulated a bunch of stuff over the years, so we got a 30-yard dumpster out there. We're just gonna throw most of this stuff away. Kurt, what are we doing? How are we gonna fix the floor? What's going on? What's wrong with it?
This other floor, this floor right here is an afterthought. These beams right here are not supposed to be sitting up here. It's supposed to be, these floor joists are supposed to be sitting down in these notches. This is supposed to be constructed. So somebody redesigned it, you know, and so we're gonna bring it back to its original height. So
Guys, if you haven't met him, this is Kurt Edgecombe, lifelong friend of mine, Kenny Sensei, and martial artist instructor. He also owns Pride of America Home Restoration and actually restored the Bixby house over there project. And we figured we needed his help on this one, so out of our league. So Kurt's gonna do the structural repairs here on the floor, and we're gonna save this old barn, aren't we, Kurt?
I guess we are.
It's not your first rodeo, is it?
No. No, there's some work to be done. Yeah. Yeah,
So-
that's why these columns these are right. This is right.
So they added, when the floor failed, they added a floor on top of the old floor and raised it 4 inches because they didn't want
raised
to
it.
do the work and get the right beams and set them in where they belong, right?
Well, they must have had some extra lumber laying around, and this would be, suffice.
The old Yankee way. That's how they did
Yeah,
stuff, right?
That's all. Yeah.
So this foundation here was basically just dug in stone, and then they put the granite blocks on there, basically, right?
Yeah.
Those are big, giant granite blocks.
See, Ken, you got to go out on the outer corner so I can show you how they tied the foundation together. You're really gonna like this.
Let's check it out.
Yeah. One of these corners. Oh, this one. Yeah. If you look, this is genius right here. You see that?
Wow, that's pretty cool. They actually drilled a hole in the granite block and tied it together with a giant metal, like, I don't know what you call it, like a hook, basically, right?
Yeah.
Wow, I never saw that.
Isn't that cool?
I always wondered why they didn't fall off. I guess there you go.
Yeah, that's what's holding your corners
That's old
together.
school Iron Age stuff.
These are probably put in with back in the day of the horse
Yeah, no.
when they have the heavy equipment.
Oxen too. They used oxen, right? Horse and oxen.
And here's your little pet.
Yep, we got a little raccoon. There's the one that's been pooping in the barn, son of a
That
gun.
might be a groundhog.
He's got to go. He's got to find a new home.
I saw the groundhog.
We got plenty of land out here from the play. Yeah, we the groundhogs. We're living under the Bixby house. We have a hawk that lives here too, and the hawk would eat the baby groundhogs. So we got a long road to hoe here. The journey of 1,000,000 miles starts with one step. Step one was getting all the crap out of here, and opening up the windows and cleaning this thing up. There's literally generations of stuff in here that's got to go. But once you open it up, you can get an idea what the space will be like once it's cleaned up with a little light coming in. I wonder what this room was for back here. I wonder if like somebody lived in here or something at one point. It's like a little bedroom almost.
Little bedroom.
Yeah,
Huh, it is a cool little room, isn't it?
yeah. And it's got nice wood floors and everything, where the other one doesn't. Huh?
Interesting.
With two windows.
Could have been a little office.
Yeah, it might have been an office. Yep, that makes perfect sense.
Are we cleaning this stuff?
Maybe this is a workshop, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all getting cleaned up down there.
We're gonna hang on to the coat ranks. What do you got in the hole there, son?
We got some ancient artifact treasure woods. We're about to dig through so we can find some gold.
Hey, if you find any good metal stuff in there, cast iron or whatever, hang on to it, man. There could be some artifacts in there. Some
Plumbing thing.
wow,
right
some
there.
1800s artifacts from the Battle of 1776. What is that? Was that like an old plumbing pipe or something?
Yeah, it's either plumbing or electrical. I'm not sure.
Huh. The old stairwell's in pretty good shape. We should be able to salvage this, right?
Yeah, I might have to take it out though,
Oh, really? How come?
because the height is not right.
Oh, wow.
I gotta lower the floor, so this becomes an issue.
None of us do any fishing, so.
Hey, brother.
They built this up after. Yeah. So if I drop the floor 4 inches, I don't know if I got 4 inches to change up there.
Stay tuned, folks. This is the closing of part one. We got a tree guy that just came here to take the trees down on the side here. So the journey of 1,000,000 miles. So yeah, a little bit of graffiti on here. That used to be my race number and Junior's race number. So I think when Junior was probably 15, he must have done that. But that's got to go. We'll get her cleaned up, right, old school?
You know it, brother. You know it.
Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned. We're going to resurrect that barn just like we did the old 1880 Bixby house. Thanks for watching, and God bless America.